Hi YouTube. It's been a while. Whew. Where do we start? I have no notes on how this video is going to go, the format, the timeline, kind of doing it on a whim. So it's currently January 10th, 2025. It's snowing. I kept putting off this video for a really long time because I felt like I wasn't ready to come on here and be like, hey, this is what's been up, this is where I've been. Because also, if you guys follow me on my other platforms, you know I have not been completely MIA, but 2025, I am rebuilding my relationship with content creation. I don't want to say I'm starting from scratch because I already have these established platforms. It has crossed my mind to just delete some of them, start from zero, because previous content that I've put out or things that I've posted just don't resonate with who I am today. So also, I don't know if you guys can see like my camera in the background, that might be a little distracting. So not that I have to explain myself, because I've also reached a point in my self-discovery journey where in the past I would over-explain in the hopes that every single person watching my content would understand and know where I'm coming from and know my exact intention and not get a bad taste in their mouth when it comes to Loveabilities and stuff like that. Moving forward, I'm definitely going to still be my authentic self, but there are going to be some tweaks in how I show up. I don't even know when the last time I posted on YouTube was, if I'm being so honest. I know it's been well over a year. I'm not making excuses because there could be many arguments about things I should have done better, things I should have done differently, and if I sit here and dwell on what I wish I would have done or how I handled things or whatever, we're not gonna get anywhere. So content creation for me looks a lot different in 2025 than it did in 2020. I think that's something not only I have been navigating through, but if you're also a content creator and you've been in this space for a while, you might resonate with that as well, because there's constantly new platforms coming out, there's constantly new styles of content, there's new eras we're going through, there's new things that go viral, there's new trends. If you're like me where you want to dip your toes in a little bit of everything, that can get super overwhelming, because I want to be in this industry and I want to do that and I want to try this and I want to post this, and then I get so overwhelmed with all the things that I want to do. Also, if you can hear Ollie in the background, he might make an appearance. I get so overwhelmed because I have all these tabs open of, well, I want to post my fitness content, I want to post my beauty content, I want to post my gaming content, I want to post just my life. You want to say hi to the video? I like to think I'm a very optimistic person, so I want to try new things, I want to experience new things. Ollie's chasing a bird outside and I'm getting distracted by him chasing the bird. So anyways, also something that's going to be really different is I'm going to be editing my YouTube videos myself. So I'm trying not to make too many mistakes right now because I don't want to have to edit those out because I don't know what I'm doing. I've never edited a freaking YouTube video before in my life. So hopefully this comes out okay. I think a big reason that I don't post as often as I do anymore is because I am one person and I would love to be editor queen, you know, do it all, get all these short form content things done, do the long streams, do the long form YouTube videos, and still exist in the real world outside of that. But again, I'm just one person, so I'm not making excuses for why I haven't been posting, but it's just kind of hard. I definitely kind of have taken the one woman show approach to this whole thing. I don't like asking for help or feeling like I don't have like my touch on certain things when it comes to my content. So that's hard for me. I'm gonna try to work through that this year of like leaning more into like my support systems and like people who want to help and all that kind of stuff. So the main thing is I want to post, I want to show up, but I also want it to be just me. I don't want it to be like anyone else's content. I don't want it to be like anyone else's videos or me waiting until I felt ready to record this or post this. I want to be more action-based rather than trying to find the right time or making up reasons why I can't do something when I can do it right now. Here I am. This is good enough. And no one was gonna know, oh, like she hasn't been ready to make this for a long time, or oh, she hasn't been overthinking this for a long time. Like I can sit here and not share those details and no one would ever know. You think people maybe care more than they do. You know what I mean? I don't know. I went on my Instagram and I asked what you guys would maybe want to know and maybe what you would like more clarity on, because I have not been posting and stuff like that. So I think the number one question that I got in 2024 was what I got my degree in. So I'm going to touch on that because in 2024, I went back to school and it really affected my streaming career, to be completely honest, transparent. I was in class Monday through Friday. I was taking tests. I was stressed out, and I give so many props to people who are in school, working, have, you know, their social lives on top of that, like trying not to lose their freaking mind, because that was so hard on me last year. Because if you know me, you know I want to be good at everything and I want to balance everything, but it was just one of those things where I knew going into it that my streaming schedule, career, numbers, I knew all of that was going to take a hit. And it wasn't out of nowhere. I was prepared for it. I was telling myself before I started, like, okay, it's going to look different, 100%. And it did. And throughout that whole process, I'm so glad I still went through with it, because it's what I got my degree in is something that I've wanted to step into for the longest time, but I never had the courage to. I didn't believe in myself, and it's something I'm really passionate about, but I also wanted it to be separate from Loveabilities. And I know a lot of people are coming from a place of just genuine curiosity of like, oh, you know, like, what are you going to school for? What's up with you? Because on my social media, I've been so open. I've overshared a lot, and I think I don't regret that, but also that I'm getting older. I think my relationship with social media is changing a lot, where, I don't know, we kind of touched base on it earlier of like showing up, but like in a different way now. I'm gonna be 28 this year, but I'm 27 now, so I'm gonna say 27. 27-year-old Kelly is so different than 20-year-old Kelly. And like I said before, and obviously my content and my streams and my social media is gonna look a lot different than it did back then to now. And I understand I can't redo any of that, but going back to school was something for me, and I want to still keep it to myself because I didn't do it for anyone else. I wanted to do it for me, and I wanted to prove to myself, if you really want something, you work really hard for it, you can do it, you believe in yourself. I wasn't looking for external validation. I wasn't looking for any one person in particular to be like, okay, go do it. Like, it really was, I did it for me. You could probably put two and two together. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, hey guys, this is what I got my degree in, this is where I live, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm at. Ollie break. Hi. He wants lunch. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm really learning not everyone has good intentions when they're supporting your content, or they want to know more details about your life or stuff like that. And that might sound really obvious, but for someone like me, where I want to see the good in people and I want to believe people when they're telling me something the first time, that was really hard navigating when I, time after time, would learn that, you know what, maybe I don't need to share all of this information with strangers. And I don't even mean that in a mean way, but that's what the internet is. I love my community and I love my support system, and I know they won't take offense to me saying that. Just to remind everyone who watches my stuff is like, you see me, but you don't really know me. So I don't know if I like tiptoed around the question. I don't know if that answer, I obviously didn't like come out and say like, oh, I got my degree in this, I went to this school and I graduated this date and this and that, like this was the location, this was the time, this was the blah 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 blah. Like no one really needs to know that. No tea, no shade, but keeping that a little separate. Shout out to Io for this question. Io asked aspirations for 2025. I think my mantra or motto or phrase that I'm really honing into this year is creating, not consuming. I love following, you know, my girls and certain accounts on TikTok, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. And I love, you know, taking a little break from my life to see what other people are up to, of course. But if I'm being super honest, I feel like I've kind of trickled into a unhealthy habit of comparing and contrasting and just not wasting my time, but also realizing there could be better ways of how I spend my evenings rather than scrolling TikTok for however many hours. I'm reaching a point where my goals and my milestones are no longer based on numbers. It's more so how I feel about doing certain things, how I feel in certain friendships, how I feel in career moves, how I feel creating, how I feel in my day-to-day, and just really, I don't even want to say being more selfish, but prioritizing things that truly matter to me and not worrying about how other people may or may not feel about my choices and my decisions with my life. That's my answer, I think. So, and one of my aspirations for 2025 is to kind of post more and show up again, because there's room for everyone on the internet, and I know I have an audience and I know you guys want to like follow my journey and see what I'm up to. And I don't know, like it sounds kind of messed up because I'm sitting here being like, I want to create more, I don't want to watch anyone, like blah blah blah, but then I'm like expecting people to like follow along with my journey and my life and whatever. So kind of also letting go that sense of I have to be entertaining and I have to be trendy and I have to be following X, Y, and Z boxes to get results, where I'm just, it's not that serious anymore for me. And I think that's why it took the fun out of it, especially with streaming and content creation, is I wasn't having fun and I didn't want to do it. I really did not. And there were a couple times last year and the year before where I just wanted to disappear from Loveabilities completely, honestly, wholeheartedly. And that is really hard to sit here and say when the house that I'm sitting in, Loveabilities got me there. The clothes that I'm wearing right now, Loveabilities got me there. Everything around me is a reflection of that work that I put in and who I was. And so now navigating in 2025 who I want to be and being okay with who I am currently, taking a pause, being present. And I also feel like this year I really want my content to honestly not even necessarily be so focused on me, because I'm looking at my account, I'm looking at pages that I follow, and I'm watching and I'm like, what is this really like sending out? Like, what message is this giving? Why would people sit down and watch my content for X amount of time? Or why would people follow along if, you know, I'm sitting here playing Fortnite for 7 hours? I just don't think that is gonna cut it. If I wouldn't want to watch it, I don't want to make it. So there's where I'm at with 2025. Yeah, I feel like this video, I'm like rambling a lot, and oh gosh, I don't know how long this video is gonna be. Also, my camera's already on like 2, well, I mean, I charged it like a couple weeks ago, so maybe the charge isn't holding like it's supposed to. But from Leon, he says, where you been? To walk you guys through 2024, maybe. Start off the year, well, actually, okay, this is gonna be a little bit of a long story, but now my bracelet's getting stuck in my blanket. But 2024, oh goodness. January, February, March, I had a pipe burst in my house, had to get that fixed, start off the year on like an interesting foot. Went to concerts, one of my best friends got married, went back to school. I was in a really toxic relationship during, that's like a whole thing in itself. I was doing it for the plot. I really didn't even want to get into that. And that was, I'm having flashbacks, so maybe we should wrap this up. But yeah, got out of that, graduated, got my degree and everything, and picked back up on my streaming stuff. A lot of time with friends, family during the holidays. I hope you guys enjoyed this sit down chit chat video. If you guys want to leave some suggestions in the comments of things you would like to see moving forward, or content or something that you really resonated with in this video, of just give me some feedback. Like, what did you like about this video? What do you think could have made it better? And I don't really know how to end this. I don't know how to end this video. If you guys ever want a live update, odds are I'm probably live on Twitch. I'm rambling. I think I said the same thing like 6 different ways and like 6 different fonts and 6 different accents. So anyways, y'all, like and comment and boost the engagement. It's free to do that, and subscribe to the channel because we're revving it back up. Rev up those fryers. Yeah. All right. Bye, guys.